kidding?
Dude, I'm a
It's
bitch.
hard to be grunge in
already.
New Orleans.
I know.
That's true.
It has to be a certain time of year.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to ask the obligatory question. What the fuck was that play?
When someone says play, I don't really think of puppets, but I liked it. I thought it was cool. Kind of like like a surfer movie horror thing, I guess.
Can you relate that movie to how New Orleans is as a city?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a city where there are a lot of kind of pocket cultures, little fungal things just growing up everywhere. Fungus can grow in outer space. That's weird. That's what it's like.
Can you prove that?
With enough money, yes.
Are you sure?
Yes. I'm
fungus can grow in outer
requesting
space.
$2 billion to run tests, and a rocket ship, and some plutonium.
You should talk to Lance Bass.
Yeah.
I should.
He's been there. Can you explain the inspiration behind your latest album, Drawings in the Dust?
I don't know. It's kind of a amalgamation of a few different periods of songwriting, but overall, I'd say I was just kind of going for a kind of a straight up record that was a little off kilter. It's definitely got songs with choruses and hooks and whatnot, and then it's a fairly traditional instrumentation. There are a few left hooks in every song, I think. That's my right hand though. But just kind of getting some good down.
Do you have something against people who are left-handed?
No, it's because I said left hook, and I'm down with left hooks. They're out of nowhere.
The left-handed people are out of nowhere.
Yeah, I'll say that. I'll agree with that statement. Are you left-handed?
No.
Because it's weird to see guitarists played like that, upside down.
John Rankin, right?
John Rankin, yeah, he's got
What
big
the
old
fuck?
hands. Pick guards on the wrong side. Like steak fry fingers, steak fries, the big square ones. You know what I'm talking about, they are.
We just did a video with him.
He's a good guy, don't get me wrong, I love John
It's
Rankin.
hard to film.
He's a wonderful man.
Yeah,
He's a wonderful man.
Okay, whatever.
He just has giant
has
giant
giant
hands.
sausage
He's got
fingers.
giant Les Claypool hands.
Not putting that. So, what else? How would you describe your style of music?
I would say it's untraditionally traditional is what I would say. I don't know. It's definitely very drawn in folk music and old-timey kind of rock and roll and whatnot, but it's got a certain element of a certain kind of, God, I hate saying the word avant-garde, but a kind of weird thing creeping in, kind of a little punkness, a little do-it-yourselfy kind of sloppiness to it that I think just kind of, it's got a lot of character to it. It's like smoking cigarettes for too long. You get a lot of character after a bit.
Would you say that folk is the new punk?
In a way, I mean, especially in the past couple of years with people like Devendra Banhart and, what the hell's her name? The weird chick with the harp that sounds like Marge Simpson. Did
I know
that
you're
on
talking about it. I
East.
can't remember
Joanna
her name.
Newsom. And people like, and with Tom Waits too, and even Bob Dylan's more recent stuff. It's, I think it's got a certain newness to it with, everything being, dozens of guitars and vocals on it and compression everywhere. I think there's a certain authenticity missing, a kind of, just hanging around playing music feeling. You know what I mean? You're missing that kind of organicness, I guess.
Would you say that Tom Waits, his career kind of became shitty when he started talking like a guy who had his tracheotomy, whatever?
No, that's when it got good. So before that, it was all the.
I feel like that sounds like shit.
No, what you like the rambling drunk
No,
piano jazz shit?
I never liked him. It's just difficult to listen to.
Well, you gotta get over that. Just
That's like saying you got to get over people playing the wrong note.
Or they're playing the wrong note for the right reasons.
No.
What's that sucker punch here? Talking shit on my man Tom Waits. No, I mean, I can understand complaints about his voice, but it's such a range in that croaky, froggy, raspy. Like when he hits a falsetto, it's just. I think of it almost like instrumentally, like the timbre of it. I find very pleasing. You know, you can always look at the liner notes to see the words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's better if you understand it, though.
Well, yeah, but I think millions of Van Halen fans would disagree with you.
I'm just kidding. Okay, so on track.
But yeah. So, what are some of your major influences?
So, well, Waits, like we were just talking about, and Dylan, and I try and, I don't know, in my not professional kind of way, bring in some kind of jazz and classical influences that maybe you can hear and maybe you can't. But definitely just, I love, the anthology of American folk music and stuff like that, the field recording type stuff. Just, I try and be influenced by whatever I can, I guess. But if I had to say three people, I'd say Tom Waits, Bob Dylan, and Leonard Cohen, just like that. And loud rock and roll, really loud rock and roll.
What do you consider American music?
A lot of things. It's a little broad, but I don't know.
Trick question.
It's not a trick question?
No.
Oh, that's good to know. I'd say American music, it just has a certain, not even upbeatness about it, but there's just this kind of, well, I mean, maybe you could raise the debate that in recent years this has not been so, but this kind of proactiveness, this kind of American music, no matter what the genre, it's always kind of looking forward, I guess, trying to move forward to progress artistically, orally, etc., lyrically.
If you had 3 words to describe yourself, what would they be?
Loud, mean, and tired.
Loud and tired?
Loud, mean, and tired. You gotta get mean in
I guess
there.
those go together.
Yeah.
You gotta have the middle one to
Yeah, well, I stopped drinking coffee a few years ago, and maybe I'm starting to regret it.
One more question.
Let's see. Trying to see if we should keep it. What stuff did you cover in that interview with Howard?
Well, with Howard, we were talking. It was a lot drier than I was expecting. It was very businessy, but just
Glad that
kind of to surmise it. It's kind of like this idea that. I mean, it's shit we all learned the past, for me, 4 years. You've been there 3. You've been there, or no, you're on your 4th now.
Yeah, we're both on board.
That's what I thought.
Going 5th and 6th.
But just that kind of thing that they all try and tell you, where the record companies have collapsed, so it's time to fucking move in and do all these things that just make up new ways of getting music to people, getting yourself out to people through the internet, through personal in-person interactions, that kind of stuff. Just there ain't no rules left in the ball game. It's kind of like it's like basketball. You can just kind of make it up as you go along.
Right.
As long as it keeps working, you can make it up as you go along.
I like that movie.
I like that movie too. It's a good movie.
So, to the major record labels, what do you have to say? What strengths does being on Ink Records give you?
I think it's very